As you know, because the shipbuilding industry faced a downturn in the last year or two, a lot of ships were being sent to the scrapyard for being broken. And as a result of this, there is a tremendous demand on by shipbreakers to break their ships. Now, obviously, the land which MBPT, which has waterfront, which is an essential requirement for shipbreaking, is limited. So we try and give as much land as possible to the shipbreakers. Ideally, we would like to reduce the number of shipbreakers and give more land, but that would mean that a lot of shipbreakers would not be able to do their business, and resulting in lesser employment, direct employment, lesser indirect employment, and of course lesser amount of raw material, good quality raw material, which is generated from shipbreaking. See, we must understand that the shipbreaking workers are private workers, and the basic needs and security are looked after by the shipbreaking contractors. Mumbai Port is purely, the role of Mumbai Port is purely in leasing out land to the shipbreaking organization so that they could perform the whatever shipbreaking is to be done. So all these issues you have mentioned of housing, water, sanitation, ambulances, etc., are to be looked at by the contractors, not by the Mumbai Port Trust.
See, actually, I had a series of meetings, as I told you, and with the shipbreakers, their association, and I try to prove it to them that unless they improve, they are not going to get any business as such. And overall image of Alang was very bad. There are no facilities, no provisions for any amenities for the workers. Plus, it was said that they are violating the rules. It was not. It was partly true. They were not doing it intentionally. They are all businessmen over there. Only thing is they were not aware of these rules and regulations. So what we did, we had a series of meetings. We tried to explain them, because I was on the national panel also of the rules and regulations. And together, we did a lot of auditing, a lot of research on what is required, and in fact, with the shipbreakers, then with some prominent people in shipping, with the government authorities, I was one of them. We formed a committee, and the committee recommended certain rules and regulations, and we have explained it to them that it is for the benefit of the trade and benefit for them, and that's why all the regulations were immediately implemented with their cooperation.
धक्के पाया था, गरीब आदमी कमाने खाने के लिए आया था कि 2 पैसा कमाऊंगा तो खाऊंगा। यहाँ तो बहुत दिक्कत है सर, छोटा सा रूम मिलता है, उसमें 8 को 7 को आदमी रहता है। साहब हक तो बहुत कुछ है, लेकिन क्या बोले सर, यहाँ मजबूर है, कुछ कर नहीं सकते हैं। यहाँ तो आए कमाने और खाने के लिए।
राशनचं म्हणतात ते की राशन चौकड महागच आहे, तर आपल्या पंतप्रधानांनी त्याचा काही विलास काढला नाही की राशन महाग कसं झालं, मजूर कमवतील काय आणि खातील काय आणि मुलाबाळाचं शिक्षण करतील काय, तर त्यांनी ते व्यवस्था केली नाही तर आपण बोलणार कोण, नाम माणसं ना।
एक मास्टर आले, आम्हाला सांगितलं मुलांना सर्व प्रकारांचे जेवण द्यायचे, आम्ही त्यांचं मान्य केलं, पण ते सर्व प्रकारांचे जेवण आणायचे कुठून? आमचे नगरसेवक, खासदार, आमदार आम्हाला कोणीच मदत करत नाही। पाण्याची व्यवस्था नाही आहे, कचऱ्याची व्यवस्था नाही आहे, गटर लाईनची व्यवस्था नाही आहे, आम्हाला सगळेच प्रॉब्लेम आहेत आणि काहीच प्रॉब्लेम आमचे हल होत नाही।
Though this falls in Mumbai city's jurisdiction, it is all land and premises are owned by BPT. So municipality has no role to play in this area. First and foremost things, all the amenities, road, light, even water has to be provided by BPT. Now, as per the new policies of the BPT is not doing anything in this area, and the crime rate as such in this area is very low. The reason being, we don't have any prostitution rackets going on here. Though there will be few incidences of child labor, we have registered cases for that.
Generally, there are very few children, but they had no opportunity to get any education, even primary education. So with the help of some social organizations like Rotary Club, we took up this challenge and see that these children are given some education. It may be that there may be some children who are made to work by their parents, and that's how the child labor may be there, but I think it's in a very insignificant manner. And as far as workers are concerned, whether in the shipbreaking industry or anywhere else, their success lies in their coming together, what we call the unity. What we say actually is unity is strength. Unless they come together under one flag and unite, they cannot move forward. And it's not because I am saying so. Even the European Parliament has taken note of it. Even the Prime Minister of England attended one of these conferences in London, and the International Metal Workers Federation, it is also taking a lot of interest.
Why? Because if there is not a level playing field in the region, then much of the ships, they go to that country for breaking. For instance, if they find Bangladesh as cheaper, all the ships, they try to take it to Bangladesh for breaking. So we have to avoid this, because that will create environmental problems, that will create occupational health and safety problems, and also problems for the workers. So these are the minimum requirements what we achieve at. So therefore, in achieving those standards, I think we have to go much longer way. Still there are accidents occurring at the work spot. Still there are fatal accidents.
एक्सीडेंट क्यों होता है कि मुकादम लोग जो हैं ज़बरदस्ती काम कराते हैं। जब ज़बरदस्ती काम कराएंगे, जो कटर वाले हैं उनको नॉलेज है नहीं, 10 दिन महीने में सीख जाते हैं, काम करने लगे उनको कुछ नॉलेज है नहीं, इसलिए कि गलत काम होता है, वो लोग दबाव से काम कराते हैं, इसलिए एक्सीडेंट होता है। पहले जो जितनी एक्सीडेंट होता था, मर जाते थे, तो उनको लोग कोशिश करते थे गायब कर दें, और नहीं गायब करते थे तभी भी उनको कुछ देते नहीं थे, 1 पैसे। उस मट्टी को जला फरा के मतलब ख़त्म कर दें, कुछ देते नहीं थे। अब से जब से यूनियन है तब से मिलने लगा।
मालिक तो कुछ भी नहीं करता है, लेकिन यूनियन ने अभी हमारे साथ जो कर रही है वो काबिल तारीफ़ है, और उसका तारीफ़ शायद शब्दों में नहीं लिखा जा सकता है जो यूनियन हमारे साथ करे। क्योंकि अभी फ़िलहाल 2-4 महीने हुए 12 नंबर में एक एक्सीडेंट हो गया था, उसके लिए हमारी यूनियन 5.5 लाख रुपया दिलवाई है, और सब लोग हम लोग मिल करके यूनियन के ऊपर थोप दिया। यूनियन ने यह फैसला दिया, इसके पहले हमको 5.5 पैसा भी नहीं मिलता था।
The strength of the workers cannot be finished, demolished by anybody, by any strength. If all workers come together, keep themselves together and act together, we will succeed.
And there is not merely a case of helping the workers, it's also a matter of doing social justice. We approach the social organizations in the society, we say that this is not merely a matter between employer and a worker, this is a matter affecting the society at large. And that's why it is your duty that you come forward, try to be helpful to these workers and put an end to this sort of an exploitation which is very unique and the worst type which exists in the world. Something my appeal to all the youngsters all over the world, not in our own country, India, it is your duty and it can be done. In the present technological age, it is possible. The proper policies have to be adopted by the governments concerned, ruling those particular countries, and not only to help their own people, but also to help the people of other countries. I am sure, I am confident that ultimately this our dream, you may call it, of socialism or enough opportunity to lead a good life will be available to all the people all over the world.